Hi, my name is Margie Rothschild, and I'm the chairwoman of the planning committee for the North Andover Farmers Market. Our biggest challenge to open the market for this year, for our fourth season, was the fact that we had to comply with all the regulations around the pandemic, COVID-19. And we were determined to open the market, we were determined to bring our vendors in and to continue to provide a farmers market even though things were going to be different this year. So we spent a lot of time going all the way back to April as a committee to figure out the best way to do that. And we started out with a few vendors on site, two of our produce vendors, Gowett Farm and Farmer Dave's, as well as Roberto Seafood, and they were on site. The rest of our 20 plus vendors who normally would all have tents here, we would normally have 25 vendors on site, we set up with an online presence. And on our own website, on northandoverfarmersmarket.org, customers could go there and then get connected to those vendors' online stores. We also set up a website called farmstanding.com, and that's a site where all the individual farms as well as farmers markets consolidate all of their vendors in one place. So you can actually go and instead of having to order from each vendor, you can go to one place on farmstanding.com and order from multiple vendors. So between the pre-ordering with our online vendors and the few vendors that we had on site, that's how we were able to kick off the market this year. We're really happy that there have not been any major challenges that we've had to face this year. Once we put our policies in place and communicated them both to our vendors and to our customers, everyone has been cooperative, they've been very supportive. I mean, people just want to have the market. So however they need to comply in order to be here and to shop here, people are very willing to do. So I think in general, everybody's very excited that we are still operating in this season. So our markets run every Sunday, between now and October 4th, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And we are rain or shine, and if for any reason we can't hold a market because either the heat makes it impossible or there's a hurricane, we communicate that via social media. So we definitely encourage people to find us on Facebook, to sign up for our emails, because we send out emails every week, and you can do that at northandoverfarmersmarket.org. And that way you can stay in touch and you'll know which vendors are on site and whether there are any other things that people need to be aware of in terms of what we're doing.
You can't do samples anymore, which it's really great because people love to try things at markets before they buy them. So you could have walked up last year and got a sample of any one of the 9 varieties of granola. So that's a big, that's an issue, but a lot of people do know the product, so they buy it. And if they didn't like it, they could buy a jar, walk to their car, try it, and if they didn't like it, bring it back. Of course, that's never happened. So, and also, believe it or not, mason jars are almost non-existent. I cannot believe how the lengths I had to go to just do an order the other day, and they've gone up over 30%. So, because there was a lot of shutdown in manufacturing or maybe even growing, prices of the raw ingredients in the packaging have gone up. I encourage everybody to come down, support their local market. These people really work hard to bring you the freshest from lots of local vendors, as you see, and it's great to be able to be here during COVID. So I'm thrilled because the first 3 weeks they only had the farmer vendors. So I'm thrilled to be here. And as you see, they give us lots of room in between, so everybody's nice and safe.
It didn't affect me at all. Actually, my sales increased on the retail. Actually, of course, my restaurants didn't do so well because a lot of them were closed, and the ones that were open, they dropped tremendously their business. But on the retail end, I had my own pop-up markets. I have my own pop-up markets in Melrose, Saugus, Wakefield, and I have it in North Andover too. So I have a mobile permit in those cities where I can just set up anywhere and sell fish.
We really encourage people to come down to the market. We have a lot more vendors every week, a nice variety of product. Every other week, our knife sharpening vendor, On Edge Sharpening, will be here as well, so you can bring down your knives and get them sharpened too. And the only thing we ask is that you wear your mask. So please, come on down.